What is going on, everybody? Just wanted to do a quick update for my last epoch, season 3. Um, I have pretty much finished doing what I wanted to do on my Burning Dagger build. Pretty much, it was just at the point where I had to push 100 plus corruption, and I just don't know if I really wanted to do that on that build. So I just ended up re-rolling into a shaman, and I'm going to be playing druid, sorry. I'm going to be playing a werebear build. Probably like a lightning werebear. Kind of in the process of still figuring things out. So far, it's been really enjoyable. I don't really dislike it so far. Changing into a werebear and swiping everything with lightning damage seems pretty badass. So we'll just keep progressing with the build. Main thing I do is just transform into a werebear and then swipe away at everything, and everything seems to die pretty quick. Damage is pretty solid so far. Werebear is just a really cool skill. I really have always liked Werebear in games. I can't wait to see what Path of Exile does with Druid and Werebear. But I always really liked it in the Diablo franchise, so I figure I might as well play it. I probably should have been my first class because I think Druid is like one of my favorite classes or archetypes in ARPGs ever, probably. So gonna be a really cool build. It's gonna be badass. Gonna be lightning shredding, lightning swiping everything into oblivion. Should be pretty solid. Only currently level 29. I'm just working on the leveling process. I just started the build yesterday. I was having some issues with last epoch last night for some reason. When I was trying to play, it wouldn't even launch. It just kept crashing. So whatever it was with the latest patch, whatever issue it was, it seems to be fine now. So thanks EHG for figuring out whatever that was and patching it or getting it fixed. You guys are definitely quick with getting patches and updates out, which is nice. So yeah, gonna be transforming into a werebear. Then we use swipe. We have swipe converted into lightning damage. We're also casting maelstrom every time we hit with swipe, and we can also spawn claw totems as well. So there's a lot of different ways for us to enhance our damage. A lot of uniques that I'm going to be testing out and trying out with this build as well. Why is it not going through there? So that's just pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to have as much time to play this week as I normally do because I'm working 7 days straight up until next Friday. That's my next day off. So it's going to be a long grind. It's going to be a lot of work. I'm going to try to put my free time into the YouTube channel when I can, of course. But if videos this next week are a little bit slower than normal, that's why. I'm just working a lot right now. So keep that in mind, and I do apologize if the videos do slow down a little bit. It's definitely not on purpose. Work's got to come first still. That's the breadwinner right now, work. So can't um, fuck that up. All right, we cleared this area. I'll kind of just the main thing I feel like if you wanted to start this build, um, when you get werebear, you need to get this first. This will help you maintain werebear a lot longer because you'll get rage gained on killer hit, which rage is how you sustain werebear form. So if you get those points early on, you'll be able to sustain werebear form pretty much indefinitely, as long as you got enemies to hit. So I definitely highly encourage picking up that node. Probably as soon as possible when you get werebear form. Alright, now we can pop this. So it's a lightning swipe. It's going to be a lightning swipe build or a lightning werebear build. I'm going to try to figure out whatever skills I can fit into the build. Like I said, I'm going to be trying a bunch of different uniques out with the build as well. Seeing out which fits the best. I'm going to try to avoid using any build guides online. I'm going to really try to. It's hard in games like these where there's so many items and so many different variations of things you could do, but really like to do builds without build guides if at all possible. So I do hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday, though. Remember to stay positive, keep on the grind, and I'm gonna keep updating you guys periodically with this build. Next update video will probably be as soon as I get to endgame. I don't think I'm going to be doing too many more updates while the actual leveling process is going on. Hopefully I can get to endgame by tomorrow at the latest. If I just keep pushing this build. Kind of hard right now though, because at the same time I want to play Path of Exile 2, Path of Exile 2's new season, the third edict. So dividing my time between this game and that is going to be a bit of a challenge right now. I don't think I'm going to really push too hard on Path of Exile 2 though, only because it's a lot less likely to run well when I get to in-game. Just because you know how much crazy shit's going on in PoE 2. So I'm going to have to be wary of. You know, Path of Exile 2 is not guaranteed to run perfectly for me throughout the entirety. So you know, if it happens to be I get to like level 50 and it's just lagging too much, then I'm just not going to be able to continue playing the game, then so be it. At least I was able to try out the 30 edict a little bit, see what it's about. You know, that's all that really matters sometimes is being able to actually check it out, you know. You got to take what you can get sometimes. And let's see, let's go turn in this quest real fast. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on a werebear build. I really should actually post like a build like the last epoch tool, like a path of building for the last build. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that, but I could definitely do that if anybody's wanted to try out the burning dagger build for yourselves. Where are we going? Let's go back here. Because this was just a quick last epoch video. Like I said, I'm just going to be leveling a werebear. Um, Nothing too crazy. Let me just go over my skills real quick. I went into swipe first. I just went over and got this lightning. I'm pretty much just specking all the way up into lightning damage with swipe, lightning pen, shock chance, base damage, lightning damage, you know, all that good stuff. I went up here and I got the claw totem on kill or hits, which is nice. Just a little bit of a damage increase when fighting bosses. And then I really wanted the more area, so I'm just going to pump this all the way up. I want the most area I can possibly get with that. And then so far with werebear, like I said, invigoration is probably the most important points to get early on. This will just help you sustain werebear form. And then I'm going to go up here and get the lightning damage nodes and the maelstrom on use. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be going down this way. Probably will be. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure everything out. It's still new to me. Passives, druid. At least in the druid tree, you want to go for the increase element. This primordial resonance, probably get that one maxed out, and then druidic prowess. So far, yep. I'm just gonna be working on this, getting this to end game. Should be pretty fun. So be sure. Ooh, I did. Did I just respec? God damn it! I didn't mean to do that. Oops, stupid fucking thing. Why is it? It's way too easy for it to respec. Now I gotta do all those points. I don't have time for that right now. I gotta get ready for work. So that's what I'm gonna be working on. Playing Path of Exile 2. I'm gonna be working on this build in Last Epoch. Just keep the builds going, keep the content going, uh, and keep working, staying on the grind. Never stop. Remember to stay positive. Keep your head up. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Peace.